Are you looking for the perfect cologne to wear to work and you have an active job? Then this is the video for you. I have made different kinds of top lists with fragrances for work, but I have been focusing on office work. So these are amazing fragrances for men that you can use when you have an active job, where you use your body when you are lifting things, building things, and maybe sweat a bit. And maybe you are working in different kinds of challenging environments that has different kinds of scents and where you maybe don't want to use something that's too animalic. So the focus in this video is about fresh and aromatic fragrances that will do the job when you have an active job. They are not all beast mode performers, but they do have quite good performance, all of them. So that means that you can wear them and you can sweat and they will still stay on your body and they will project in a nice way. So I have picked out 10 fragrances. They are all designer fragrances. We have some more cheap ones and some a bit more expensive. I stayed away from niche fragrances in this video, but if you want me to do a niche fragrances for active jobs video, please put it in the comments. Before we start going through the fragrances, I just want to ask you to please like this video and subscribe with the notifications bell on so you don't miss my upcoming videos. So let's start with the first one, and it is Versace Eros. And this is the EDT, the original. This is sweet, it's green, it's aromatic, and it's fresh, spicy. And I can't think of anything better than just wearing this to work. Especially if you have this kind of active work where you sweat a lot, where your body gets warm, because this one in warm weather or just on a warm body is really nice. The top notes are mint, green apple and lemon. So you have something a bit fruity with the apple in the top and citrus. In the mids, aromatic geranium, there is musky ambroxan and some tonka for sweetness. And in the base, vanilla and cedar. As for seasons, I think this performs quite good all year around. It is a good performer, and what this is about is how this projects when your skin gets warmer. I think this is just a perfect mix of something sweet and fruity with the apple, the tonka and the vanilla, together with the fresh mint and the fresh lemon. If you're up for something fresh and aromatic and you don't mind smelling a bit sweet as well, this one is maybe the right one for you. Next up is one of the most mass appealing and versatile fragrances I know, and it is Y Eau de Parfum from YSL. This one is loved by so many, and every time I have this in a video, there are so many of you guys who saying that this is incredible, and I always get compliments with it. I actually think this one is amazing. I also love the Y Le Parfum, but that one is a bit darker, it's a bit sweeter and more fit for dates. This is more perfect for an active job. This is aromatic, woody, it's fresh and spicy and with something warm underneath. The top notes are apple, ginger and bergamot. So you have this fruity, fresh and spicy opening. In the midst, you have this beautiful aromatic mix with geranium, sage and juniper berries. And in the base, amberwood, tonka, cedar and olibanum. You can't go wrong with a fragrance like this. Something that's fresh, aromatic, has a hint of fruitiness from that apple. The sweet, woody and warm base is just perfect for any kind of work, but definitely for active works. As for seasons, use it any time of the year, but I think it's even better in the colder months. And we have the first cheapie coming up on this list, and it is Bentley for Men. This one is incredible, and I think it's perfect to wear to work. I also think Bentley for Men Intense is a fabulous one, but that one is also more of the dating kind of fragrance, and this is more of a work kind of fragrance. It's warm, spicy, it's woody, it's fresh, and it also has something boozy and a bit of leather in it. This beauty has a spicy and fresh opening with bay leaf, some black pepper and bergamot. In the midst, woody notes, clary sage, and then the fabulous mix of something boozy like rum together with cinnamon. And rum and cinnamon just makes the best combo. And in the base, some more woodiness with cedar, there is benzoin and there is leather. This one has a beast mode performance in the most beautiful way, and the whiffs you get of this is something warm, but mostly something boozy and a bit spicy with that rum and that cinnamon, and that's why I think this is so good. Maybe not the one you spray on in the middle of the summer when it's really hot, but any other time of the year I think this is great. The next one up is the wonderful Prada Luna Rosa. This works for any occasion, but it definitely definitely works for active jobs or going to the gym. And both of those places are where you are using your body and your skin gets warmed up. And that's where the magic happens with this one. This is a bit aromatic, it's fresh, it has a musky side, a hint of florals, and something fresh spicy in it. The top notes are a huge dose of lavender together with mandarin orange. In the midst, mint and clary sage, and in the base, that lovely musk. This projects beautifully, but it's not too much, it's not in everyone's face, but it will definitely make you smell really good. And if you have the opportunity, I would say wear an atomizer, spray it on a couple of times during the day, because the opening on Prada Luna Rosa is really good. So just bring an atomizer or have this in your locker at work and you are good to go. For seasons, it works all year round, but I don't think it performs the best in the colder months of the year. So maybe spring, summer and fall is maybe when you are going to enjoy this the most. And coming up now is what I feel is almost a classic, and it is Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio Profumo. This one is aromatic, it's marine, it's fresh spicy, but what really makes this stand out and makes it something extra is that it has something smoky in it. So that marine side together with the smokiness is really cool. And the best thing about this, wear it any time of the year, and that's because of that warm smoky side together with that marine and fresh side. The top notes are sea notes and bergamot, so there is something watery and fresh in the opening. And then in the midst, an aromatic mix of rosemary, sage and geranium, and in the base that smoky incense together with patchouli. This one has a great performance, which makes it perfect for work. And as I said, what I really think is so cool about this one is that they have managed to combine something watery and marine together with something smoky like that incense. If you like the other Acqua di Gio fragrances, you will probably like this one as well. I would say that this is maybe the darkest and fullest, richest one in that collection. And there is never ever wrong to wear something with tobacco, because tobacco smells so good. And I have chosen Spice Bomb Extreme from Victor and Rolf. With this one you get something sweet, there is something aromatic in it, you have that fresh spiciness and something a bit warm. The notes are lavender, black pepper, caraway, tobacco and vanilla. But this is very much about that vanilla together with the tobacco. If you are going to buy this, you really have to enjoy tobacco, you have to enjoy the sweetness from vanilla, and you have to enjoy compliments, because this is a compliment puller. Many think that this is better for colder months like winter and fall, and yes, this is amazing in cold weather. But if you use this in the spring or in the summer with just a few sprays, you are going to get compliments, because this one in the warmer months of the year smells fantastic if you just wear a couple of sprays. So I wanted to bring in something a bit different that I'm quite sure that most people will enjoy, and that's why I picked one of the 1 million fragrances from Paco Rabanne, and I did go with the Parfum, because this is a bit different than the other 1 million fragrances. This is white floral, it's warm, it's woody, and it's sweet, and it is a fabulous fragrance that cuts through the air in a beautiful way. So I know that when I mention white floral fragrances for men, some think that white florals maybe turns a bit feminine. I wouldn't say there is anything feminine with this blend at all. It's just a really good scent that makes you smell attractive and really good to most people. The notes are tuberose, there is salt, and there is solar notes. Some woody and musky cashmeran, that leathery labdanum, and pine. Wear this any time of the year to smell really good. It is a great performer, so you can really use it through the colder months of the year. And I would say that this is definitely the work fragrance that you spray on and that you just reapply for maybe going on a date after work. What I really like about this one is that it has that almost tropical kind of vibe with those solar notes and with the salty note. Salty notes and white florals together makes this something really special. The next one is actually another one from Paco Rabanne, and it is Invictus Platinum. Now I chose to go with Invictus Platinum because it is my personal favorite out of that collection, but you can go with any of the Invictus fragrances because they are all really good. And most of the Invictus fragrances are kind of marine, kind of fresh, This one is not marine, but it's still fresh, it's spicy, and it has something green and very much of aromatics in it. The top notes are grapefruit and absinthe, and grapefruit is just the most fabulous citrus note because you get that freshness, that citrusy freshness, but also something sweet with it. Then in the midst you have the freshness from some lavender and mint. And mint in fragrances like the one you have in Versace Eros is just something really good. It smells so fresh and so clean and so nice. And in the base you have that green side from cypress and patchouli. And once again we have one that I think you can use all year round. And let me tell you, if you are in warm weather or if you are just at your active work and your body is getting warmer, you will experience the most fabulous projection from this one. You will be able to pick up that scent cloud around you yourself, and the people around you will get these wonderful whiffs of how good you smell. So the Strong With You fragrances from Emporio Armani are all fabulous fragrances, and for active work I have chosen to go with the one that I think has the best combination of something sweet, something woody, and something fresh, and I chose to go with Stronger With You Freeze. This is citrus fresh. It's warm, spicy, it's aromatic, it's woody, and it is sweet. And what I really think they did so good in this one is that mix between the freshness and the aromatic notes together with that sweetness and the woodiness in the base. The top notes are lime, mandarin orange, apple, and ginger. And you know how I feel about ginger in fragrances. I think it brings the most wonderful, energizing, sweet spiciness to a scent in the most perfect way. Then you have an aromatic mix with lavender, there's geranium and clary sage, and also cardamom. And cardamom notes are also some of the absolute best. In the base there is vanilla, you have amberwood and glazed chestnuts. This is not the strongest one in the Strong With You collection, but it's definitely around average or just above average when it comes to performance. Once again, one that you can use all year round. And what I think is so fabulous with this one is that combination with those fresh notes, the aromatic notes, the woody base, and the sweetness. Definitely one for you if you want to smell really good at work, but you also don't mind smelling a bit seductive. And the last one up is one that I think smells like a real man, and I think there are so many both women and men who agrees with me on this one. So the one is Fahrenheit from Dior. This one is woody, it's fresh, spicy, it's aromatic, and it does smell a bit like gasoline. And that gasoline scent is in the best possible way. But it smells like something woody, something a bit sweet, something floral, spicy, and that gasoline. There are many notes in this one, so I'm not going to mention them all, but there is a floral mix of mostly white florals. There is woody notes, there is nutmeg, violet leaf, tonka, leather, and musk. This is a beast mode performer, so you will get noticed when having this on, and many will recognize what kind of scent you are wearing because this has been around for so long and there are so many who really loves it. There are also those who don't like it and thinks it smells a bit old school. However, I don't think so. This is classic. It is beautiful and it's been around for so long because it's so good. Maybe not the one you spray on for summertime because it's beast mode and it's quite strong. But there is a cologne that you can use if you want something that's better for summertime, but this one any other time of the year other than summers smells really good. That's it. Tell me in the comments about your best fragrance for active work. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe with the notifications bell on, check out my other videos here and here, and I will see you next time. Bye!